get some momentum going to Atlanta.
That's what we need, period. I mean, it's just, it goes without saying. I want to send these kids off on the right note. Like I said, we got 3 beautiful kids that have been catalysts for me in establishing culture and our identity. And it'd be a great thing to get this momentum pushing going towards Atlanta.
Well, you talk about this Pine Bluff team. We talked about their first go-around. And so, Coach, just talk about, Morosini, who had 20 in the first meeting. Then you have Williams, who's 21 versus Jackson State, 25 in that first meeting. How big is it to stop those two?
Big time. Heck of players, all conference level players. We got to do the job. We got to take away a 3-point line, and we definitely got to stop these guys in transition.
As Braves head coach Jake Morton, Coach, let's get him. Let's talk to you when it's over.
Okay, thanks.
All right, we welcome you back to the Whitney Arena as we get ready for the second game, the final home game of the season. The Braves will head to Atlanta on Saturday. They have an early practice time Sunday. They will play on Monday. For UAPB, Alex Morosini had 20 versus Alcorn in the first meeting. Had 19 versus Jackson State the other night. Jaquan Scott, and that game kind of had a weird ending. Jaquan Scott, volume score, followed by Mohan Charles. Quentin Williams, 21 versus Jackson, 25 in the first meeting, second leading scorer in the conference. Trevon Payton rounds out the lineup. Had 17 versus Jackson State. For the Braves, Davion Williams will get the start, the sophomore from Vicksburg. Nick Woodard playing in his final home game, the senior from Macon County, Georgia. Tyson McDaniels, the junior from Columbus, followed by Amari Hamilton, and Travis Roberts will get the start here. So that's the lineup. Give you scores throughout the night. The Braves, a 10 seed or an 11 seed is highly possible going into the tournament. Good one in Tallahassee. Bethune-Cookman, another close game, 75-74 over Florida A&M with 1:42 left in the second. Charlie Ward was imploring his fans to pack that arena down in Tallahassee. Alabama State at halftime leads Grambling 36-27. Prairie over Texas Southern at halftime 38-30. Valley leads Jackson State 33-32. As we are ready for the tip-off here. Lady Braves are the 2 seed, and they won't play until Wednesday. Wednesday, a victory there, then Friday, then Saturday to go all the way. Tyson McDaniels for the Braves will jump center. There's no doubt Tyson, in my opinion, will be in the all-conference team, but that will be decided by the head coaches and the SIDs, or the athletic media relations folks. Scott and McDaniels. As we are ready to get underway. No, Jameel Moore is still in the boot. And Pine Bluff wins the tip. For UAPB, Morosini, top of the circle, Braves in a man-to-man. Morosini on the handoff. Payton will weave action right to left. Williams, left side, top of the circle, Payton. On the kickoff, Payton will get it. One-on-one, Payton, short right corner, lost it, got it back, falling down. He's able to get the basketball to Charles. 2 on the clock. Here's the 3. No good by Williams, out of bounds. Well, it's saved by Tyson McDaniels. Davion Williams, the sophomore from Vicksburg, to the Braves, left to right. Williams off the screen, top of the circle. Left wing Woodard. Travis Roberts getting the start. Travis with a lot of family recognized on senior day. Williams top of the circle. Williams right wing, 8 to shoot. Williams skip past Hamilton. He'll jack up a 3 and hit the guy wire, which is out of play. Pine Bluffs basketball. Pine Bluffs basketball. Alex Morosini for a volume score for Solomon Bozeman's ball club. I think he's had a really good A decent run. Orsini on the give and go gets it back. And past Tyson McDaniels out top. Knocked it away from Scott. Tyson going to the rack. Floater, no. Hamilton, yes. Hamilton gives the Braves an early lead. 2-0. Morosini will step into a 3. No. And knocked out of bounds by Scott.
Hit him in the top of the head.
Braves basketball and Jake Morton already working the refs.
Hit him in the top of the head.
Jake Morton working the refs already. And, of course, you talked to Jake Morton about the referees. He was tossed out of the Jackson game. That Texas Southern game was tough. Williams with the pull-up on the elbow. No. Scott with the rebound. Morosini gets it out ahead. Williams drops it off in the corner. And with it for UAPB on the back down. Now here's a deep 3. No good by Scott. About 26 feet. Far right wing. And UAPB, that's their game. The 3-point line or beyond. Williams left wing. Davion right side. Williams in the corner. Nick Woodard gets it on the skip. Williams left wing with 13 to shoot. Williams left side. Hamilton out top. Woodard steps into a 3. In and out. Rebound Williams. Williams out ahead. Scott, the jump stop. Floater. No. Woodard with the rebound. Williams for the Braves. 2.25 in. Davion Williams lob to Tyson. Tyson across the lane. Pump fake. His kick out deflected. And with it is Peyton. Peyton inside. And the shot is up and it's good. Powering his way in. And that is Scott with the bucket. Scott ties it at 2. 3 minutes in. Williams left wing out top Hamilton. Davion Williams with 20 to shoot. Williams beyond 3. Williams skip past Woodard. Nick beyond 3. Nick in the right corner. Amari Hamilton right wing. Amari right baseline. Step back on the baseline. No. Back tapped and with it for UAPB is Williams. Williams skip past Peyton on the dump in. Scott one-on-one with Tyson. Jab, step, just powers it up, and he's fouled. Hacked by Tyson McDaniels. Couple of free throws coming up. UAPB, 3rd in the league in scoring, 3rd in the league from the free throw line. 3.5 minutes into this first half. 2-2 game. First free throw is up, and it's good. Quan Scott gives the Lions a 3-2 lead. Second free throw coming up. Corner UAPB. 78-77 FAMU over Bethune. Second free throw is good. 17 seconds left in Tallahassee with FAMU trying to send a message going into the tournament. Williams left wing. Nick Woodard on the drop-off. Tyson McDaniels left baseline. 2 dribbles. Crossover. Jump hook. No. For UAPB. With it for the Lions is Peyton. His deep 3 is good. Javon Peyton from deep. Lions with a 7-2 lead. Nick Woodard left wing. Nick beyond 3. Raised down by 5 early. Nick looking for Tyson on the seal. He's got it. Tyson, far left baseline. On the baseline. Williams, the extra pass. Hamilton for 3. No. And a foul. Tyson McDaniels was pushed trying to get the rebound. We got a timeout. Foul called on UAPB. And who was the foul on? Timeout. As Tyson hit the deck, I thought there was a foul there. As Tyson hit the deck, I thought it was pushed. Might have been a foul. No foul. Timeout. 4.5 minutes in. 7-2 Lions here on the Braves Sports Network. 7-2 UAPB, coming off an emotional win over Mississippi Valley, and we've seen this drill before in terms of having the gas and the energy. You don't have a lot of available bodies, and so you wonder about that, and Jake Morton was talking about it just in terms of taking timeouts, subbing out guys right before the media timeout to get some extra rest. And on the attack, reverse layup, too strong, follow no good as Williams going to the rack and Scott couldn't finish. Nick Woodard for the Braves. Woodard, Tyson McDaniels, Amari Hamilton, Travis Roberts, Davion Williams for the Braves. Williams left wing off a Hamilton screen, goes right, but Travis Roberts, Nick Woodard, Tyson on the dump in, fronted by Scott, driving baseline, he's nudged and fouled. Scott with his first. Other scores. In Tallahassee, 79-77. FAMU with 2 seconds left. Alabama State by 6 over Grambling. Prairie View by 14 over Texas Southern early second half. Halftime in Jackson Valley by 5 over Jackson State. And A&M trails Southern by 4. Tyson on the back down. Across the lane, Tyson, left wing. Hamilton, Lancaster left wing, Tyson bullying his way in, left hand floater, no, followed by Tyson, no. And saving it for UAPB is Scott to Peyton, and gets it out ahead for Ramel Lloyd Jr. There's a finger roll inside, and that's good by Scott, who's got 6. 9-2 Lions. Again, you just wonder how much the Braves have in the old tank. Lancaster, left wing Williams. Tyson on the dump in. Nick Woodard. The step back above the free throw line is short. Rebound, Quentin Williams. Williams lob inside, and the layup too strong by Scott. 9-2 Lions with 13:56 remaining. Davion Williams on the attack, took the bump, layup short. Peyton with it for the Lions. Peyton on the drop-off, Morosini gets it inside, and the layup is good by Williams, his first bucket. Timeout, Jake Morton. 11-2 UAPB. It looks like the Braves don't have a lot of gas right now. Jake Morton taking a timeout. The walkthrough today was very, very light, probably 35 minutes. Just don't have the bodies. Braves are down 11-2. Again, on the women's side, A&M beats Southern 64-61. Of course, the Lady Braves lost by 5, 66-61. FAMU over Bethune-Cookman 66-60. Mississippi Valley 66, Jackson State 50, Texas Southern 111, Prairie View 64, and Grambling over Alabama State 68-50. So Alabama A&M, they're the 1 seed, 17-1. Lady Braves are the 2 seed, 14-4. Southern and Alabama State tied for third at 12-6. Then you got Jackson, UAPB, and Grambling tied for fifth. And I believe Jackson got the tie break. Grambling will probably be the 6th seed, and Grambling the 7th seed. Grambling the 6th seed, UAPB the 7th seed. Bryson Calamise in the lineup. Braves down 11-2. Calamise going right. Hamilton, right wing Calamise. Lancaster across the paint. Amari going to the rack. Amari. Tyson with 10 to shoot. Tyson one-on-one. He lost it. Backed up by Woodard. 5 to shoot. Nick Woodard's got to get into it. 3 to shoot. Short right corner. Pump fake floater. No, it's a shot clock violation. Slow start for Alcorn here in the first 7 minutes. The Braves are down 11-2 early. The final home game of the regular season. Morosini off the high screen. Morosini going to the rack. Reverse layup, good. Alex Morosini, his first bucket. 13-2. Calamise Tyson McDaniels on the baseline. And Tyson, there was contact there. He's barking for a whistle. And for UAPB, Morosini will jack up a three. No. Lancaster with the rebound. 12:40 left. Calamise. Nick Woodard on the baseline. His layup, no, he's fouled. Nick Woodard hacked. And the foul. Dennis Osoro in the lineup. That's his first personal. Braves are down 13-2, shooting 1 of 11 so far here in the first 7.5 minutes. Pine Bluff 5 of 12. Here at the start, 9-8 Pine Bluff on the boards. 8-2 Pine Bluff points in the paint. First free throw is up, no good. Again, the Braves will end the regular season tonight. They will head to Atlanta Saturday. They were going to leave Sunday. Jake Morton realized and found out, really, that the lower-seeded teams have the early practice time in Atlanta. I think the Braves could be the 30 minutes at the arena anywhere from 8 to 10 o'clock Sunday morning, so they need to get there Saturday. Woodard's second free throw is good, and it's 13-3, a 10-point lead. Morosini skip past Payton, skip past Morosini. 12.25 left. Morosini one-on-one with Calamise. For the Lions on the weave, Charles, short right corner, layup is good. Charles with the bucket. 15-3 Lions as we approach the 12-minute mark. Calamise, Lancaster, and Tyson McDaniels with a powerful, emphatic dunk. Makes it 15-5, UAPB. Payton, left wing for the Lions. Morosini fronted by Calamise. Payton, Scott, off that floated way off. Amari Hamilton lost it out of bounds. Pine Bluffs basketball following a timeout. 11:38 left, first half. 15-5 Lions. We'll be right back on the Braves Sports Network. .38 left in the half. Braves 2 of 12 shooting. Rebounds are even at 9. 3 turnovers. 15-5. The Lions are shooting 42% here in the first 8.5 minutes. 15-5. Lead for UAPB. Florida A&M beats Bethune 81-77 in Tallahassee. Payton left wing, top of the circle. Williams. Morosini right wing. Inside out. Payton in the corner. Here's a three. No good by Williams. And Amari Hamilton with Davion Williams, Nick Woodard, Travis Roberts, and Shane Lancaster the lineup. 20 to shoot. Braves just struggling to put the ball in the hole. Lancaster going to the rack. His floater, no, nothing falling. He gets it back. Lancaster fouled. Charles with his first. Prairie View over Texas Southern with 12:43 left by 13. Kind of looks like our game with Texas Southern last week, in which we led by 13. And Texas Southern battles back Texas Southern at home. Lancaster at the line. His first free throw is good. Shane Lancaster, 75% from the line coming in. Makes it 15-6. Second free throw on the way. And this one is good. Lancaster makes it a 15-7 game with 11:05 left in the half. Payton on the skip pass Williams. Morosini, top of the circle Williams. Inside out. Over the top of the circle Williams. Williams on the skip pass. Payton on the layup scores. Javon Payton with 5. Lions by 10 with 10:40 left in the half. Davion Williams running the point. Tyson McDaniel set the check back in. Williams left wing, 17-7. Pine Bluff Hamilton trying to bully his way in. He's nudged, lobbed to Williams, fronted by Morosini. 10 to shoot. Williams going downhill. Kick out Woodard for 3. Got it. Nick Woodard, deep 3. Makes it a 7-point game. Williams, got to keep an eye on him. Here's a 3, and that's good in the corner. And Payton with the 3. Payton with 2 triples. He's got 8. The lead is 10, 20-10. All right, Hamilton, skip pass, Woodard. Woodard, fronted by Payton. Woodard on the handoff, Williams. Woodard. Woodard on the baseline, fronted by Williams. Nick Woodard on the handoff. Shane with 4 to shoot. Shane had it blocked out of bounds with 2 to shoot. Calamise, McDaniels in for Alcorn. Lloyd in for UAPB. Lloyd in for the Lions. 2 to shoot, 10-point lead for the Lions. Baseline right, here's McDaniels at the floater, no. Rebound Scott. Morosini for the Lions, picked up by Calamise. Morosini, right side, Williams. Morosini, left wing. Williams, Morosini, ball fake. Baseline, falling out of bounds, the extra pass. Now on the attack, taking the bump, floater short by Payton. And Lancaster out to Calamise. Bryson. McDaniels gets it back to Calamise with 23 to shoot. 9 minutes left in the half. 2010 UAPB. McDaniels on the attack. McDaniels, Lancaster, Shane. Reverse layup, scores! Shane Lancaster, his first bucket. And the lead is 8. Morosini on the baseline, cut off. Morosini, left side Williams. That is Morosini for 3. No, back tap with Lancaster. Braves down 8 with 8.5 left in the half. Lancaster on the attack, the up and under. Drop off to McDaniels. His left hand floater is good. Timeout. Solomon Bozeman and the Lions. The Braves are within 6. 20-14 with exactly 8:30 remaining. It's a full timeout. We'll take it. Braves within 6. We'll take a timeout here on the Braves Sports Network. 1:30 left first half. Florida A&M hands Bethune-Cookman their fourth loss at 14-4. 81-77. Southern by 6 at A&M. And Mississippi Valley by 5 as they get ready for the second half at Jackson State. Jackson beat this Pine Bluff team by a possession, and it really came down to that. And interesting no call at the end there. Well, the Lions left wing Lloyd, and with it is Tyson McDaniels. McDaniels with Calamise and Nick Woodard. And Travis Roberts on the spin. Fade away, got it! Travis Roberts with the bucket. Raised by 4, 20-16. For UAPB, Williams top of the circle. Williams, Scott gets it back to Williams. Left wing Lloyd. Now here's the one-hander and a soft touch by UAPB's Charles, his second bucket. 22-16, Calamise across the lane. Calamise, Roberts, Tyson McDaniels, Calamise with the one-hander, short. Rebound Scott. Raised down 6 with 7:10 left in the half. And Williams on the attack. Williams gets it inside, and the layup is good for Lloyd, his first bucket. 24-16 with 7 to play in the first half. Lancaster right wing. Calamise on the left side. Tyson looking for the back door is knocked away. For the Lions, Williams going coast to coast on the drop off. The extra pass, getting it back, and the layup is good. Charles had it deflected right back to him. Charles with 6. Lions by 10. Well, just when the Braves got a little bit of a push and the pass deflected, loose ball Calamise, but he lost it. Here's Lloyd. Lloyd lost it. Lancaster. Tyson jumps off inside. The extra pass into McDaniels. Didn't anticipate it. Roberts for 3. No. And for UAPB, Williams. Williams 1-on-3. Williams with the floater. Good. Count the bucket for Williams. Second leading scorer in the league. And 1. And the foul on Calamise. Braves are down 12. 6:12 left in the half. Morosini in for UAPB, as well as Peyton. Scott, Lloyd out. And you look at these games, what you don't want to have is an injury with the tournament only a handful of days away, especially for Alcorn. We're playing Monday. The N1 by Williams, he's got 5. And Pine Bluff by 12. 29-16. Lead is 13. We approach 6 minutes left in the first half. Lancaster for Alcorn. Lancaster, Tyson McDaniels. Williams for the Braves, looking for Tyson. Williams trying to spin right. Lancaster, Travis Roberts on the attack. Roberts, stay right here. Foul on UAPB. Foul on Osoro, his second. 5:54 left. Again, the Lady Braves, tough loss. They were already a 2 seed, but UAPB, a team that, do we want to see them again? Roberts, Lancaster right wing. Lancaster skip past Williams, ball fake. Lancaster for 3. Too long. Tyson got it back but lost it. Morosini with it. We have 5:38 left in the half. 29-16. Williams on the skip past Morosini. Morosini on the handoff, little weave action. Peyton spinning right across the lane on the kick out. Ball fake. Drive by Charles. His floater is good. Charles with 8. Lead is 15, 31-16 with 5:10 left in the half. Pass deflected. Williams got it. Avion Williams. Travis Roberts. Williams right wing with 17 to shoot. Davion Williams, left side, Lancaster. Amari Hamilton, the spin on the lane. His floater is good. Hamilton with his second field goal. Lancaster with 4, Woodard with 4, McDaniels with 4, Hamilton with 4. Braves down 31-18. Asoro, Morosini, short right corner versus layup, too strong. McDaniels with it to Davion Williams. Williams, pump fake, had it blocked, got it back. Williams lob deflected out of bounds, and it'll remain Braves basketball. Scott in. Lloyd in. And Lancaster will check out. And Calamese in. Again, the Braves are very thin. No Jameel Morris tonight. Still in the boot. They were hopeful he would be able to go, but obviously not the case. Calamese with a groin trying to battle through it. 15 to shoot. 4:23 left. Braves are definitely banged up. Williams, Calamese. Calamese going left. Calamese. Tyson with the pull-up. Nope. Rebound UAPB. With it for the Lions on the attack is Williams, and his layup too strong. Hamilton to Calamese. Calamese on the spin. Morosini knocked it away, and he's got it. Morosini on the baseline. Morosini gets the trailer Lloyd, and he's hacked. Foul on Tyson, his second. Timeout on the floor. 3:51 left, first half. 31-18. We'll take this timeout here on the Braves Sports Network. .351 left in the first half. 31-18. The Braves so far in this game, 7 of 26. 26%. UAPB shooting 50%, 13 of 26. Braves winning the battle on the board, 17-15. Tyson McDaniels with his second. And for UAPB, Charles leading the way with 10, Peyton with 8. For Alcorn, Woodard, McDaniels with 4, and you add Lancaster with 4. 3:51 left. The Braves most likely will finish either a 10 seed or an 11 seed. They will be playing on Monday. First free throw off the mark by Lloyd. They'll have another. Lloyd shooting 64% in conference games. Lloyd's second is good. He's got 3. The Braves are down 14 with 3:50 left in the half for Bryson Calamese, Shane Lancaster, Nick Woodard. Tyson McDaniels had it stripped. And it's stripped by Williams. And the up and under and the drop off on the baseline and dribbling it out to the wing is Charles as they spread the floor. Williams, left wing, curling right. Williams on the attack, the one-hander off the mark. Hamilton with the rebound with 3 1/4 left. Calamese pushing it up quickly. Calamese lob to Woodard, steps in or 3. No. Weak side rebound, Peyton. He's down 14, not shooting the ball well here in the first half. Peyton had it knocked away, but he got it back. 3 to play in the half. Peyton, short right corner. Peyton, did he lose it? Yes, he did. Turnover for the Lions. That's their 4th. The Braves with 6 turnovers. 2:54 left in the half. Prairie View by 15 over Texas Southern. 7:50 left. That game at Texas Southern. Grambling winning at Alabama State 48-46. Lancaster trying to thread the needle, knocked away, and we're going to get a dual possession here. And it'll remain Braves basketball. Fort A&M wins at home. Southern by 13 over Alabama A&M, 39-26. Southern University, Jaguars trying to get to an 11-7 mark. And they could be in a battle with FAMU for 3rd place. Then you got Texas Southern, 10-7, staring at 10-8. If UAPB wins this game, they'll be 10-8. So there'll be some unraveling here. As got a wet spot, and they'll wipe it up. First final on the men's side, Florida A&M beats Bethune-Cookman, 81-77. All right, they take care of the wet spot with 19 to shoot, 2:42 left in the half. We'll hear from Nate Kilbert coming up at halftime. Tough loss for the Lady Braves. You lose at home, you lose on senior day. Not a fun feeling. Calamese baseline left. Calamese, Hamilton, bounce past Woodard. Now Calamese steps into a 3. No. Rebound Charles. On the outlet, Morosini. And Jake Morton just a little frustrated, just can't make shots right now. Tyson knocked the ball out of bounds. Scott had it knocked away with 22 to shoot. 2:27 left in the half. 32-18. 14-point lead. Morosini on the inbound, fronted by Calamese. Morosini, far right wing. Morosini crowded by Calamese, 12 to shoot. Morosini in the paint. Morosini had it blocked. And for the Braves, Calamese on the outlet. Calamese, his pass deflected out of bounds by Lloyd. Williams will check in for Morosini with 2:08 left in the half. 32-18. Maury Hamilton on the bounce pass, Woodard. Woodard top of the circle, 20 to shoot. Lancaster, and we got a foul called as Tyson McDaniels was pushed, and we got a foul called. And a very unhappy Scott. The Braves are going to be sent to their bench. Bozeman, head coach, is going to get some words from the officials. They might take a look at this. Let's see the foul here. So they're going to take a look at this foul here on Scott. So they're going to check. They're going to check both. They're going to check to see if there's anything on Tyson as well as Scott. So teams to their benches, they'll take a look at it. And Jake Morton just wants an explanation. We'll take a timeout here. 32-18, 2 minutes left. A review after this timeout here on the Braves Sports Network. Well, the discussion continues. Scott and McDaniels kind of tangle up. And they've looked at it, and now they're going to discuss it. With 2 minutes left in the first half, pretty interesting discussion here. We'll be talking with Nate Kilbert coming up at halftime. Just looking at some of the standings, of course, Bethune, 14-4. On the men's side, Alabama A&M coming in 10-7. If they lose, they could drop to 10-8, and Southern and FAMU could move up. Texas Southern as well. Now Southern and FAMU has the tiebreaker on Southern by virtue of 2 wins over the Jaguars if it comes to that. But right now, Bethune 14-4, Southern and FAMU tied for second. Then you got A&M, Texas Southern at 10-8. So we'll have to unravel that as we roll along. Conference office will be busy tonight. I'm sure Jasmine Quinn of the SWAC office, who handles the SWAC championships, Andrew Roberts, will try to untangle everything, and we'll know tomorrow what the brackets look like because teams will be heading to Atlanta on Saturday. The men will leave on Saturday. They have an early practice time on Sunday, so they're leaving out of here Saturday. All right, here we go. Common foul on both. Common foul on both. So common foul on Tyson McDaniels and Jaquan Scott. 2 minutes left in the half. 14-point lead, 32-18. Referee talking to Tyson and Jake Morton, and Tyson says okay. And Jake Morton, he's trying to get it an extra explanation, and I guess he's okay with it. So 2:01 left in the half. Of course, Lady Braves, a tough loss, 66-61. Lady Braves with a 2 seed. No matter what happened, they're the 2 seed. But UAPB with the win, looks like based on everything, I think UAPB will be the 7th seed.
I thought he said number 4.
So
I thought it was on time.
2 minutes left in the half. Shane McDaniels, Shane Lancaster, baseline right. Calamese right wing. Lancaster left wing. Lancaster on the attack. He blocked and fouled. So the foul called on Osoro, his 3rd. So we have 1:52 left in the half. Lancaster at the line. He's got 4. 14-point lead, 32-18. Another wet spot on the floor. $14-point lead. Senior night. 5 seniors. Some of them have the option of playing next year, like Arena EAK Polor. But the vast majority are playing their final home game in the purple and gold. Lancaster at the line. First free throw is good. Shane 3 for 3 from the line. He's got 5. 32-19. Second free throw coming up here with 1:52 left. And this one too long. And UAPB's Charles with 1:49 left in the half. But in Williams. For UAPB, Williams, top of the circle, Peyton. Williams right wing, 14 to shoot. Williams, Peyton, Williams out top, 8 to shoot. Williams off a screen, try to go right, goes left. In the corner, here's a step back three with 2 to shoot. Is good with Payton. His third triple. He's got 11. Javon Payton with 11. The Braves trail by 16. Calamise fronted by Payton. Braves are down 35-19. Well, we've seen these come from behind efforts all year. The Braves have kept fighting, and they're going to have to do it again here on senior night. Nick Woodard, Tyson on the dump in. Fronted by Osoro. Tyson, his floater off the window. No. Rebound Payton. 50 seconds left in the half. Lions by 16. Osoro, right wing. Osoro off a screen. Osoro, the screen roll inside. And the layup is good. Osoro, his first bucket. Osoro makes it 37-19 with 30 seconds left in the half. Lancaster's pass knocked out of bounds by Payton. 28 seconds left, 20 to shoot. Calamise will limp as he heads to the bench. The groin flared up on him here. It's not 100%. Davion Williams will check in. So just think about the bodies available tonight. No more. She got Lancaster. Ellis is available. Williams, Calamise, Woodard, McDaniels, Hamilton, Roberts. 8 bodies available. Williams, top of the circle, had it knocked away, but he got it back. Williams with 13 to shoot. McDaniels, Hamilton had it knocked away. And it was off of Hamilton. UAPB's basketball with 16.6 remaining in the half. Lions by 18. Let's see if the Braves can get a stop here in the final seconds of the half. Williams, one-on-one with Woodard. Williams, Osoro, short right corner, Charles. With 2 to shoot. Here's a shot, no good by Osoro. Takes us to the half. 37-19, UAPB at the break here at the Whitney Arena on this Thursday night, senior night here at the Whitney. We'll take a break here. Tough loss for the Lady Braves. We'll figure out what happened. Nate Kilbert will tell us in 2 minutes here on the Braves Sports Network. All right, we welcome you back to the Davey Whitney Arena. 37-19 our score. And earlier this evening, Lady Braves Lady Lions, 66-61. Joining us here, halftime, is Lady Braves head coach Nate Kilbert, senior night coach. Wonderful senior night. You wanted to get a win, but we couldn't get it done.
Couldn't get it done, Charles. You know, I think we felt the effect of those 4 games in 8 days, and they didn't play with 3 in 8 days, and they played at home, and we played on the road, and we shorthanded without Christie and Leah. And those are the people who score against zones for us, you know, because they was in a 2-3 zone, but it was wide. The middle was wide open. We was getting all kind of little attempts in there, and we had people getting those attempts that really not used to playing with their back to the basket like that. They're used to facing. So we missed a lot of layups, a lot of stuff.
Emmanuel Barnes counted 11.
Yeah, you know, there's just too many, you know. But, you know, I'm proud of this group, man. I'm so proud of this group. They took care of business when they needed to, got us the 2 seed, and you know, and that's what we really was, you know, we really wanted. Christian was out today about playing, but you know, we weren't gonna take that chance because we might see this team again. They're on our side. I looked at the bracket. Texas Southern played extremely well today for some reason. They scored 100 and some points, so they'll play against Prairie View, and then Pine Bluff will play the winner of their game. And then the winner of that game will play us. So I don't see us getting no better season than what we got. I think we got all the people on our side that we really can deal with, that don't pick us up full court and pressure us a lot. Grambling is the one seed on our side. It's the 6th seed on our side, and they are the ones that can create problems for us. I think big time. You know, now Pine Bluff has beaten us twice, but I think my thing is with Pine Bluff is we got to solve that 2-3 zone, because that's what they're going to play against if we play them again. And we got to make layups in that 2-3 zone. But Krista makes us different when she's down there. She's wide body. She's going to finish down off in there. She ain't none of Lauren and Kiki them down there. She mostly jump shot. Even Lauren, when she faces a fadeaway jumper, if she's making it, we good. You know, so we got so many shots around the bucket, man. Like even when we was down, I think 4 points, we missed 2 layups. We had to just, you know, it was late in the game, but if we make one of them, now we're down 2. And with a chance to, you know, to tie the game was get a steal. You know, our kids played hard, you know, but I saw the effect of that trip, those 4 games in 8 days. I saw it late in the game, you know, and not having the depth to be able to rotate like you want to with people who have been playing. I thought Araya got out there at the key time and defended like we wanted her to. She was fresh, and she got out there, made a good shot, got the rebound. She did exactly what we wanted her to do. But we needed fresh legs, you know what I mean? Some of the kids, we did the fresh leg along with speed. And Araya is fast for her size, and she's strong and rebounding. Because they hurt us on the boards. They hurt us on the offensive boards. They really rebounded that ball well, and they really was aggressive rebounding it. But that's a sign of them having more legs than what we had.
We're talking with Lady Braves head coach Nate Kilbert, and UAPB kept us in the game by missing free throws.
But they ain't never shot them well, Charles. They're one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the league. But, you know, the fact that they kept getting to the line, we kept giving them opportunities, we kept putting them to the line. You know, but what it did for us is slowed the game down, you know, and gave us the opportunity to breathe a little bit more. But, yeah, if they're going to miss free throws like that, they gave us a chance. You know what I mean? They gave us a chance even after we missed all the layups we was missing. And that's why we was able to stay in the game, because they was missing free throws.
Coach Maya Clador broke the record in terms of made threes in a season by 1. We were kind of worried about her, you know, after that Jackson game here. She was 0 for, and then didn't have a 3 against Texas Southern. But, man, Prairie View, Valley, and tonight she got back in rhythm.
Yeah, I told her just relax, and that's what she did. Relax, and the game came to her. And Maya depends on her teammates to make the proper pass, to make the right pass. She can't do it herself, you know what I mean? And I think she was pressing, you know, taking bad shots she don't normally take. In the last 3 or 4 games, she kind of settled down and got back to being Maya. And her teammates started looking for her. You know, and I thought they missed her on a couple of looks tonight, where they missed her, where they didn't kick it to her. She was set, ready for it. You know, but overall, you know, all we could ask for is the opportunity to have a chance to win this game, and we did. You know, we know we're going to be better in the tournament. We're going to be a lot better in the tournament. because we're gonna have our legs. We're gonna totally have our legs now, because we're gonna have plenty of time to get ready for the team that we are playing. We don't have any excuses. You know, we just got to go get the job done. You know, and look at me. I never like to say a loss is good for you, but we might have needed that spanking to get us ready for the tournament, because we go in there on a 4-game winning streak, 5-game winning streak. You know, sometimes you get complacent, especially when you're playing teams that you already played before. But now we end up playing UAPB. Yeah, they done kicked our butt twice. You know, so we know we got to be ready to play them. So, but it's going to be a great tournament. I saw Jackson State. Kids felt the same thing we felt. That 4 games in 8 days, Valley only played 3 in that. So both of those teams end up getting us. Jackson beat Pine Bluff, we beat Valley, and they got both of us on the end of that. And Jackson already have a short rotation, so they were probably hurt even more than what we were. We had a short rotation when it comes to people that we actually play. You know what I mean? So, but it's going to be a great tournament. Southern and A&M went in it just like I thought they was going to. Southern had a chance to tie that game and missed a layup to tie it. So, man, this tournament is going to be interesting. The Lady Braves just got to take care of business and do their job, and we'll be right back where we wanted to be.
What's going to be the schedule, you know, for your team? Regular season is over. I mean, let's talk with there. The regular season, where we were expected to finish, we won 14 games for the first time since 03-04. I'm sorry, 04-05. So it's been over 20 years since we had this record, and so I know you're proud of that. The fact that no one expected us to finish as a 2 seed, I know you're proud about that.
Hey, Charles, in the dressing room, I told them that. What you just said, I told them that. Because this group here, man, you know, I have so much respect for them. I really do. I have so much respect for them. You know, there are areas that we are not as talented in, but heart, you know, and playing together, in chemistry, we have all those things that makes us a good basketball team. You know what I mean? And I just, you know, I feel so much pride in saying I had the opportunity to coach this group. You know, I told them that in the dressing room a few minutes ago that, you know, man, nothing can get me to the point where I'm upset with them, to the point where, I mean, I'm disgusted with them because of the way they play. Because I know this group. This group ain't gonna intentionally go out there and play soft. There's something going on with them when they do that. You know what I mean? And I know that. And like you said, man, 14 wins, number 2 seed, stuff I've been crying about for the last 2 years in the tournament, they took care of it for me. They said, okay, Coach, we got what we talked about. Okay, now what are we going to do now? That's going to be the question. What are we going to do now? You know?
Yeah, what are we going to do? And hopefully we can make that deep run. But, you know, I'm talking about Pine Bluff, and you mentioned the scenarios how we could see this team again. Man, 2 meetings were led by 19 at Pine Bluff, and here they wouldn't relinquish the lead. We were down 13. We gave ourselves a shot. So you're saying Pine Bluff zone gave us some trouble. We don't have the pieces to kind of match up with it, and hopefully we will. With Kashani, maybe we'll play in the tournament. That could change things.
Oh, that's going to change things huge for them. Because now they got to deal with her down off in there. Somebody who used to playing down off in there and who used to playing in that paint area. That's her area, you know. But Charles, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even without Ashanti, I think we can win. We can win that game. You know what I mean? And we did some things that tonight that normally we don't do when it comes to finishing layup and making decisions. We didn't do a good job of running our offense against that 2-3 zone. That 2-3 zone stagnate us. It had us to where we didn't really know what to do with it. You know what I mean? Just run our offense. We never did it. You know, and it was kind of disappointing because one thing about their 2-3 zone, the area in the paint, the SWAC area, we got that big SWAC crossing in our home court. It's wide open. It's wide open. We could have got the ball there all day long, and we did get it there sometimes. But a lot of the kids that got it there, they are not used to catching it in that area. They're used to playing out front and shooting it in. Shonda, that's her area. You know, that's Kiki area. Kiki played good around in that area, but other folks that we had to sub in there to play in that area, they're just not used to it. But like I said, I got to give Pine Bluff's credit too now. They made some tough shots. They made some big shots when they needed to make them, when we kind of got the lead down and got close and were making a run at them. They made the shots that they needed to stay ahead of us, you know. Give them kudos too. They did a good job of keeping the lead. But I'm looking forward to the tournament. I really am. I'm looking forward to this tournament to see how we're going to respond after this loss. No matter who we're playing, because there's some teams saying that, that they ain't going to be playing, but they said they ain't going to be playing, but to get to it. So it's just going to be interesting to see who we're going to play. And I'll be honest with you, I don't care who we play. I think we're ready for it. I think we're built for what this situation. We earned this. We earned what we got. So it's going to be very interesting to see how we perform.
Well, nothing matters now. Everybody starts 0-0. What you did in the regular season, Alabama A&M started 0-1 and they won 17 in a row, but does that matter? Nope, it sure doesn't. So nothing matters now. Everybody starts 0-0.
Yep, that's the good thing about it, y'all. Everybody 0-0. Southern on that side with A&M, so they'll meet again for the third time. That's going to be interesting. But we got to take care of our side. We got some good teams on our side with Bama State, Grambling. That first matchup between Jackson State and Southern is going to be something. I'm just glad we got the 2 seed. We get a chance to kind of really scout a little bit and kind of think of some things that we can do to help this team win.
Finally, Coach, what's the schedule going to be like when you head to Atlanta? We got the practice time on Sunday. I think it's Sunday night. So what's the schedule here over the next 3 days?
Well, the next couple of days they're going to be off. We're going to let them have tomorrow off and let them have Saturday off, and then we have the shoot around on Sunday there, and then we'll practice at Monday at Jada, the little young lady that played here for Pure. She's coaching up there. She's going to bring us in and have her team there to watch us practice. So we'll practice at her high school. And then we'll take Tuesday off and we'll just watch film, get ice baths and all that stuff, and get ready for Wednesday.
Well, it's good when you can earn that 2 seed or that 1 seed where you can kind of just sit back and watch and let everybody else knock each other off.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be nice. It's going to be nice to be able to do that.
But you have said the tournament is, and I know some people probably will maybe taken aback when you say the tournament is set up for one of the top 2 seeds because of the double byes. Explain that real quick.
Well, it's set up for them because it's been a long season already. They get a chance to rest. And in the first round of the tournament, they're going to play somebody who's got to play back-to-back. They may have to play somebody who done played 3 games. They can win the first game, it'll be them played 2 games. But you're going to get somebody who done already played at least 1 game. So they won't have to play back-to-back. And somebody may have to play 2 games, and then you get them. That's the advantage that you have. Now, you're always going to be playing against somebody who had to play back-to-back in the first 2 games. When you get to the championship game and you meet the 1 seed, okay, it's even Steven.
Yeah.
Now, but those first 2 games, we have an advantage. We just got to take advantage of it.
Yep. And what we've seen is that nothing is given, everything is earned.
That's right.
All right, Coach, have a good trip to Atlanta. We'll be talking to you over in the ATL.
Appreciate you, Charles.
Lake Kilbert very encouraged and not discouraged following the tough loss earlier this evening. Lady Braves fall 66-61. Well, we got to figure something out here as the Braves are down by 18, 37-19. Morosini for 3 off the mark. Rebound Williams, and a stick back is good. When you talk about tired, fatigue, big emotional win over Valley, and you just kind of get the sense, again, I know some people might say it's an excuse, everybody's going through it, but this team just only has 8 available bodies. Tyson going to the rack, his floater's good. We've seen this team battle all year long, fight from behind. And the Braves are down 39-21 as we are underway in the second half. The Braves shot 24%. There's a pull-up short by Scott. And Davion Williams for Alcorn. Williams beyond 3. Williams, Tyson took the bump, a spin, drops off to Hamilton. Hamilton called for steps. The Braves shot 24% in the first half. And now 9 turnovers. Rebounds even at 19. The Braves just not shooting well. Pine Bluff at 50%. Pine Bluff lost by 4. The Lady Lions lost by 4 to Jackson State. Here's a 3 short by Peyton. Stick back is good by Scott. Scott with 8. 41-21, 20-point lead. And for Jake Morton. I just think every game we've been down like this, we make a push. Here's Nick Woodard losing the basketball, try to tie him up, and we do get a dual possession. And the Braves will get it. Minute 46 here on Senior Day. Nate Kilbert very encouraging and not discouraged. Tough loss, tough matchup with UAPB, and was twice played this team and lost both times. And we'll see this Pine Bluff team perhaps see it again. And he talked about the advantage of having that double bye and just the amount of rest. It's great to have the rest as well. But also, I'm just wondering some of the coaches think about rust too. Here is Lancaster way off from three. Scott for UAPB. And the Lions will head home, and when are they going to Atlanta? I'm trying to drop it off here to Scott. You know, it's going to be an interesting travel situation. You have Grambling. You have Southern already in Alabama. They're closer to Atlanta than they are their own campus. Will they come home and they have to turn around and perhaps bust it all the way back to Atlanta? If it's me, I'm going to Atlanta. If I'm an administrator. Amari Hamilton going to the rack, shoots it over the rim. Boy, just missed everything there, out of bounds to Pine Bluff. Boy, it's just that type of day. Braves can't get anything going. They had a little bit of a push, but now you just kind of see some of the shots around the bucket. Just not finishing. 41-21 here in the second half. Again, the Braves most likely are going to be a 10 or an 11, maybe an 11. And on the drop off to get it inside to Scott, and he's fouled. The foul's on Amari Hamilton, his first. The Braves coming into this game 7-10. If they lose this game, they'll fall to 7-11. If Grambling wins their game, they'll be 7-11. And Grambling has the tiebreaker over Alcorn by virtue of the victory here by Grambling. And the Braves will fall to 11th place. Very well be that these two teams, Grambling and Alcorn, will meet in the tournament. A couple of free throws by Scott. He's got 10. 43-21. You know, another big thing after a big win, emotional win at home, Jackson State, Bethune-Cookman. The Braves followed up with tough losses. Lancaster, Maury Hamilton, left wing Tyson on the attack, took the bump, he's fouled. Scott is second. I mean, think about it. The Braves beat and handed Bethune-Cookman their second loss after they won 7 in a row. Then 2 nights later, lose to Florida A&M. Braves beat Jackson, and as Tyson floated in and won. Tyson McDaniels with the bucket. Braves beat Jackson here, and then have a 13-point lead against Texas Southern and lose. Braves lose to Grambling after beating Southern on a Saturday night. So after big wins, it's been kind of disappointing losses. A big win over Valley, holding on. Then here, down by 20. And one is good for Tyson McDaniels. He's got 8. 43-24, the lead is 19. Morosini for UAPB. Morosini top of the circle with 20 to shoot. Morosini left wing. 13 to shoot. Morosini gets the handoff. Morosini, his layup is good. Morosini, his second bucket. The lead is 21, 45-21. Williams left wing. Skip past Hamilton. Lancaster on the wing. Lancaster drops it off, and Tyson McDaniels, his fourth field goal. He's got 10. 45-26. Can't be trading buckets. You're down 19 with 3.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Peyton doubled. Peyton's pass knocked out of bounds. Well, it's going to be off UAPB. It's going to be off Charles. Braves basketball with 16-19 remaining. here at the Whitney Arena. 45-26. 16-19 remaining. As Nate Gilbert said, and I agree, this tournament's going to be wide open. You know, it's going to be some tired teams. Some teams can get some rest. They got the double bye. Lady Braves have a couple of days off. They'll have Friday off and Saturday off. They will be heading to Atlanta. The Lady Braves will be on Sunday. Nick Woodard pass far wing. And now Tyson McDaniels on the left baseline, cut off. And he lost it out of bounds. The men will head to Atlanta on Saturday. They changed their travel plans. They found out they had an early 30-minute practice window on Sunday at the Gateway Arena in Atlanta, where the tournament is held. They changed their travel plans to leave on Saturday instead of Sunday. So the men will leave on Saturday. Peyton, they'll practice at Georgia Tech as well. There's a pull-up by Williams short. Tyson McDaniels with the rebound to Davion Williams as we have 4.5 minutes gone by in this second half. Shane Lancaster for the Braves, dumps it into Tyson. Tyson trying to back down a solo. Lancaster for three, no. Rebound Williams. And Williams one-on-one across the lane. Williams kicks it in the corner. Peyton on the dump in. 2 dribbles, pump fake, layup, good for Osoro. Osoro, a second bucket. The lead is 21, 47-36. Nick Woodard passed up a three. Gets it to Lancaster to Davion Williams. Top of the circle now, right wing off a Hamilton screen. Williams going left. Skip past Lancaster. Lancaster, his layup, no, and he's hacked. We got a timeout coming. The 16-minute media at the 14:50 mark. Foul on Osoro. He's got 4. And we'll take a timeout here. 47-26. Braves trail UAPB in the final regular season game of the year. We'll be right back on the Braves Sports Network. Back at the Davey Whitney Arena. Final day of the regular season. Braves are down 47-26. Lady Braves lost earlier. Lady Braves lost 66-61. The Braves can make a little bit of a push here as Shane Lancaster at the line. Lancaster at the line. Shane has 5. He's 3 for 3 from the line. First free throw is up. It rattles out. Another one coming up here. Travis Roberts in for Nick Woodard. Jackson State leads Valley by 6, 75-69, with 2:48 left in the second. We've had a lot of close games down the stretch here. Southern leads A&M 60-46. 14:40 remaining. Morosini on the handoff. Charles. Charles going to the rack. His finger roll is good. Charles, his 5th field goal. He's got 10. 49-26. FAMU beats Bethune-Cookman. Grambling beats Alabama State. And we got a kick ball And Prairie View over Texas Southern 70-59. Well, Grambling with the win. They are 7-11. If the Braves do not win this game, they will be in a tie with Grambling with a 7-11 mark. But Grambling has the tiebreaker. So Grambling will finish in 10th. The Braves will finish in 11th place. So you have 9, 12, 10, and 11. Looks like either Alabama State or Grambling in the first round of the tournament for Alcorn. Maury Hamilton, top of the circle. Davion Williams, Travis Roberts going right. Williams, pull up on the elbow. Got it. Davion Williams, his first bucket. He had 18 off the bench against UAPB in the first meeting. 49-28 Lions. There's Morosini going left. Now here's a deep three short by Lloyd. And Davion Williams out ahead Lancaster. Shane on the baseline. Shane took the bump floater, no. And for UAPB, Williams. Williams fronted by Lancaster. And for the Lions, Payton on the attack, and he's fouled. Payton fouled by Amari Hamilton. Well, Grambling 7-11. Again, Grambling could be a first round matchup. Again, the Braves coming in 7-10. If they don't win this game, they'll be 7-11. Grambling's already 7-11. Grambling has the tiebreaker. So the Braves could drop to 11th place with a loss. Morosini off a screen. Morosini pump fake. And they kick it out. Williams on the lane, just puts it up short with one to shoot. Roberts with the rebound. Davion Williams took it away. Out ahead, Amari Hamilton. Hamilton spin right. Out top, Tyson McDaniels going downhill. He's fouled. Tyson fouled by Charles, his second. So the final four, Prairie View 9-9, Alabama State 7-11. They have the tiebreaker on Alcorn by virtue of the win. If the Braves don't win, they'll be 7-11. And Grambling is 7-11. And in a three-team tiebreak, we lose out because we've lost to Alabama State and Grambling head up. So then that knocks us pretty much to that lower set because we don't have the tiebreaker either way on Alabama State or Grambling. So if Grambling gets it, then it's Alcorn and Alabama State. They get it. If Alabama State gets it in a three-way tie, then it's Alcorn and Grambling gets it because of the head-up meeting. So the Braves are going to most likely, unless they win this game, if the Braves don't win this game, they will be the 11th seed. Charles on the skip pass. Charles gets it inside. Lloyd, top of the circle. Payton, the spin, the floor out the window, he's got it. Payton, his fifth field goal. He's got 13. 51-29. Roberts for the Braves. Roberts, top of the circle. Tyson McDaniels. Tyson. Pass across the lane. Morosini with the intercept. He lost it, but got it. Morosini get it out ahead. Williams is fouled with 12:02 left. Foul on Travis Roberts. Well, for UAPB, 10th win for them if they win this game. So you got Bethune-Cookman, Alabama A&M. Well, right now, Bethune-Cookman, then you've got Southern at 11-7, FAMU 11-7, tied for second. Then you got a tie for fourth. A&M 10-8, Texas Southern 10-8, UAPB 10-8. This free throw is good by Williams. Again, the Braves, if they lose this game, they'll be the 11th seed. Second free throw is off the mark. And Jeremy Ellis in the lineup for Alcorn. Ellis with Davion Williams, Shane Lancaster, Travis Roberts, and Nick Woodard. Pass deflected out of bounds. It'll remain Braves basketball following a media timeout. 11:52 remaining. 52-29. We'll take a timeout here on the Braves Sports Network. Yeah, looking at the brackets, the way it's looking right now, again, if the Braves lose this game, they will be 7-11. Grambling is 7-11. Alabama State is 7-11. The Braves lose out on all tiebreakers, three-way tiebreak, head-up tiebreak with Grambling and Alabama State because of the head-up meeting. The Braves, unless they win this game, they will be the 11th seed. And the 11th seed is the second game in Atlanta at 2 o'clock on Monday. This pass thrown away. Well, if the Braves are in the 11th seed, they'll take on the winner of the opposite bracket, the 8th seed. And then the 11 and 10 game, the winner of that game will take on the 8th seed. Now for UAPB, an easy layup for Williams. He's got 9, 54-29. Travis Roberts for 3. No. Ellis with the rebound. Ellis with the dunk. Well, that's good to see. Jeremy Ellis, the junior from Hamilton, New Jersey, lost his uncle. Was not with the team last week in Houston. Got back early in the week. It's good to see Jeremy Ellis had a couple of blocks here on the recent home games on the defensive end. 54-31. Braves trail by 23. And Morosini on the baseline. Morosini with the finger roll, and it's good. Morosini. This is third field goal, 56-31. Nick Woodard get past Roberts. Roberts with 10.5 to play. Now Williams for 3. No. Rebound Lancaster. A couple of pump fakes. Layup. That's too strong. And for UAPB, Williams. Williams top of the circle. Morosini on the baseline. A reverse layup short off of Ellis. So the men's bracket, the 10 and 11 seed on the men's side is at 2 o'clock. On the women's side, the 10 and 11 game is at 11 a.m. So the Braves would be the second game on Monday. And the winner of that game, Braves win that 11-10 matchup, will take on the 8th seed. A lot of basketball when you're in the bottom of the bracket. That's why you work so hard, and I think Nate Kilbert talked about it, to get the double bye or to get out of the bottom 4. A couple weeks ago, we thought that was the case. Here's Williams with the deflection, gets it into Lancaster, and he's fouled. Halfway through the second half, foul call on Charles, his third. And right now, the 8th seed, Prairie View 9-9, and they are that 8th seed. Well, the Panthers down the stretch making a push. So if the Braves win on Monday, they will take on Prairie View, the 8th seed, Tuesday at 2 o'clock. So they'll play Monday at 2. If they win, they'll play Tuesday at 2. Lancaster's second free throw is good. Again, the Panthers 9-9. They are the 8th seed. The bottom 4, Alabama State, Alcorn, Grambling Valley. UAPB with the basketball. Peyton right wing. Lloyd gets it back, jacks up a 3. No. Lancaster with it for Alcorn. 9.5 minutes left. 56-33. Nick Woodard for the Braves. Woodard, Travis Roberts. Maybe on Williams. Lancaster baseline. Lancaster, Travis Roberts. Roberts bobbled it. His step back. No. A rebound, UAPB. And Osoro, who's got 4 personals. Osoro to Williams. Williams in the paint. Jump stop layup. Goaltend. Ellis. The goaltend with 9:05 remaining. So for Williams, he's got 11. 56-33. Braves are I just think Alcorn's out of gas. Not a lot of bodies available, just 8 available players. Just giving it what they can. A big emotional win over your big rival in Valley, and this pass through the hands of Nick Woodard. Turnover. Lady Braves and Jake Ward's going to get a timeout. I think he sees his team is just on fumes right now. Exactly 9 to play. Just wonder, I'm calling an excuse here. I just wonder how many of these teams are tired. You know, you got UAPB that's going to travel home. 5-hour trip back to Pine Bluff. And then they've got to, make the trek. I wonder how many teams are going to take advantage of the practice time the conference has at the Gateway Arena on Sunday. The Braves have the early practice time. I think they've got maybe the third earliest, let's see, you get 30 minutes, 8, 8:30, 9, somewhere in there. That's why the Braves are leaving Saturday, because they've got that early practice time. 9 minutes left, 58-33, Pine Bluff. We'll be back here on the Braves Sports Network. Well, if this thing turns out the same, you'll have a 3-way tie for 9th, Alabama State, Alcorn, and Grambling. And based on the number crunching that I'm doing right now, if you have a 3-team tie break, you look at the records against the other 2 teams that you're tied with. The Braves are 0-2 against Grambling and Alabama State, only played them once. Alabama State lost to Grambling twice, so Grambling would actually get that 9 seed. Alabama State would be the 10 seed, and Alcorn would be the 11 seed. So it'll be, the way I'm looking at it now, Alabama State and Valley. Alcorn, Grambling and Valley, and then Alabama State and Alcorn. It's kind of the way I'm looking at it. I'll take a look at it again during the next break. But right now, Grambling, the 9, and Alabama State 10, and the 11 seed Alcorn. 60-33. The Braves down 27. Nick Woodard lost it. And the up and under reverse layup high off the window. No good by Sellers. And a foul call, stepping on the line, is Lloyd. It'll be Braves basketball. I mean, Jake Morton would probably empty his bench right now or close to it, but doesn't have much to empty into. Only 8 players available. We do not have the services of Jameel Morris still in his boot. They were hopeful that he would go. Bryson Calamese got the groin, gave us something in the first half. Haven't seen him in the second half. I just think Jake Morton just doesn't want to get anyone hurt and get ready to head to Atlanta on Saturday. Nick Woodard on the attack. He's fouled. The foul will be called on Osoro. I think he is fouled out. Osoro has fouled out with 8:14 remaining. Lancaster, baseline right for Alcorn with 8:14 left here in the second half. Nate Kilbert, not necessarily pleased with today, but happy with the season. Here's Lancaster across the lane. His floater no good. Lady Braves 14-4. Last time they won 14 conference games was 2004-2005 season. So he's happy about that. But I think for the Lady Braves it's about one thing: hoisting the trophy. Orsini now have a pull up, and it's good for UAPB Scott. Been watching them twice. They could be a matchup issue for some teams. They had an 18-point lead at home against Bethune early in the year and lost. Lancaster, right wing, Maury Hamilton. Hamilton fronted by Scott. Braves are down 62-33. There's a layup too strong by Amari Hamilton with 7:22 remaining, 62-33. Now Morosini. Morosini off a screen goes right. Morosini baseline and went off the knee of McDaniels. And that sends us to a timeout. Timeout on the floor with 7:10 left here at the Whitney Arena. 62-33, 7:10 left. UAPB by 29. We'll be right back here on the Braves Sports Network. Well, what's going to be interesting, and looking at the standings, if UAPB wins this game, they'll be 10-8. Jackson 10-8. They beat Valley. Texas Southern 10-8. Alabama A&M 10-8. A four-way tie for fourth place. Swank will have to unravel that one. But right now, the way it's looking at this point in time, just looking at where the Braves are, a three-way tie for ninth with Alabama State and Grambling. The Braves lost to Alabama State and Grambling, so the Braves on the bottom end of that. The question is, who will Alcorn play, Alabama State or Grambling? And right now, Grambling's got the tie break on Alabama State. There's a floater off the mark, and UAPB with it. Morosini on the baseline, tickling the baseline. And on the attack, a nice dump in, and we've all lost trying to get it inside to Scott. But they got the ball back. Lloyd, the step back. No, Amari Hamilton with the rebound. 6.5 minutes remaining. The Braves will play at 2 o'clock on Monday, and if they win that game, they'll play the 8th seed Prairie View on Tuesday. Prairie View is the 8th seed. That's for certain. Here's Morosini going to the rack reverse layup. Missed everything. Morosini goes down. Braves have numbers. Tyson on the outlet. Tyson took the bump foul. Jumped right into the chest of Sellers. Free throws coming up. So the bottom four appears to be Grambling, Alabama State, Alcorn, and Mississippi Valley. So it will be Grambling and Valley, Alabama State and Alcorn. Kind of the way I'm looking at it right now. If that's the case, and we hadn't seen Alabama State, and they hadn't seen us since what, the third game of conference in January? 6:08 left. Again, that 10-11 game is at 2 o'clock on Monday. Braves win that game. They'll take on the 8th seed Prairie View, 2 o'clock on Tuesday. So afternoon action from Atlanta on Monday. UAPB with a big lead of 62-33. Driving baseline is Charles. This floater off the mark. We have 5:50 left. Jake Morton has had a seat. He usually stands most of the game. And just trying to see his team execute. Here's Tyson with the pull-up. Got it. No doubt in my mind that Tyson McDaniels will make an all-conference team. If he doesn't, then we got a problem. Serious problem. He leads the league in dunks, I know that. 5.5 to play, 62-35. Scott on the attack. He flips it up. Good. Count the bucket. He just flipped it. Foul call on Tyson McDaniels, his third. 5:23 remaining. A lot of the fans have exited the arena. Spring break starts Saturday, so a lot of students will be heading home tomorrow. Spring break SWAC tournament. I'm sure a lot of folks will be heading to Atlanta. I was talking with Cedric Thomas earlier today. Cedric Thomas says he's going to be in Atlanta. 5:19 remaining. Lancaster on the attack. Amari Hamilton, step back three. Got it. We're working on a Say It Thomas show. We're looking at the Monday after next. Kind of nailing that down. Know we've had a couple of dates, but Coach Thomas's schedule changed at the last minute. Here's up and under. Floater is good by Quinon Williams. He's got 13. 67-38 with 4:50 remaining. Avion Williams, Shane Lancaster. Man, if the Braves just had 2 or 3 more bodies, where would we be overall? Here's Williams with the floater off the window. Avion Williams has had a nice second season. Started early in the year, then did a good job coming off the bench. Here's a pull-up three. That's good. 3 in the corner for Charles. This UAPB team can be a handful. Again, they led Bethune by 18 at home, lost. Lost the game at Jackson the other night. Here's Lancaster, baseline pull-up, hit the side of the backboard. Peyton with 4:10 left. Peyton out ahead in the dunk by Scott. 14 for Scott. 72-40. UAPB and Jake Morton can't wait for the media. 4:02 left. Timeout. ASU. 4:02 left in the regular season. 72-40. UAPB. We'll be right back on the Braves Sports Network. Jamario Brooks, our producer for Braves basketball, does a good job as always. We got Braves softball and baseball coming up week after next. Was talking with Brianna Billy. Her team battled USM 2-2 game and just seeing eye base hits. Lady Braves lost 4-2 at USM. She felt like that's a game that she had a chance to win. So we'll be talking softball and baseball coming your way in a couple of weeks. Talk with assistant baseball coach Oscar Reed. He said we got to get some things fixed. Braves beat Suno the other day, 4-1. Baseball trying to get back on track. Lancaster going to the rack and float off the window is good. Shane Lancaster, his second bucket. 3:40 remaining, 72-42. Going to the rack is Williams. Score the basket, goaltend. Williams with the push on Woodard. Williams with 15. So again, Braves will take on Alabama State. The 10 and 11 seeds. The Braves are the 11th seed and will take on the 10 seed Hornets Monday at 2 o'clock. They win that game, they'll take on the 8 seed Panthers Tuesday at 2 o'clock. The Panthers are the 8th seed. They beat Texas Southern tonight at TSU. They are 9-9. That's the 8th seed. Braves turn it over. Deflection, Lloyd with it. Now on the attack, and we got a layup. Williams with the foul. They count the bucket. The continuation. Williams with his first, the bucket by Sellers, 77-42. .321 remaining. The and one is good. Heeled the rim straight up in the air and fell through for Sellers. He's got 3. 78-42. Travis Roberts set to check in. And Rossini will check in for UAPB. Here's Woodard for 3. No. Rebound Lloyd. I was just thinking, a few years ago we were at 8 teams. So the 8th seed is 9-9. If we're back in the old days, a 500 record, anything below 500 you wouldn't make the tournament. Here's a floater, no good by Lloyd. All teams are in. Last year, of course, we had 10 teams. Here's Woodard on the spin and had it knocked away, and he partially lost it. Brown with it. Here is Scott. Scott, finger roll is good. Scott with 16, 80-42 Lions with 2.5 left. I got Jake Morton up off the bench. Lancaster, Woodard. Trying to lob it for McDaniels for the dunk. He wasn't ready. And now Lancaster going to the rack. No, and Amari Hamilton finishes it up. He's got 9. Travis Roberts will check in, one of the seniors. And the hold is going to be on Nick Woodard, his second. So I'm looking at the women's bracket. Lady Braves, the 2 seed. You look down the line. 5:30 on Wednesday. The Lady Braves will next play. So after this game, they don't play again until 5:30 on Wednesday. So a good break for the Lady Braves. They'll be off for the next couple of days. They will head to Atlanta on Sunday. They have a late evening practice time at the Gateway Center. Every team gets 30 minutes. And so the Lady Braves have a 6 o'clock time. I guess when you're the higher seeds, you get the later time. If you're the lower seeds, you get the early time, and that's where the men have. There's a pull-up by Davion Williams, no good. And for UAPB, here's a 3 off the mark by UAPB's Ahmad Johnson. The 1:44 remaining, and Tyson McDaniels going to the rack, and he's fouled. Foul called on Johnson. Of course, this game started at 6, so a late evening, 10:21, and a minute 43 left. I think there'll be probably an effort next year to start these games a little earlier. Tyson McDaniels at the line. First free throw is good. He's got 13. 81-45. Does Jake Morton go back to the drawing board? I doubt it. He just doesn't have a lot of options. Now this one, you have to flush it. New season starts Monday at 2 o'clock. Second free throw is good. 81-46. You got to tear this one up. You know, I don't think you can extract anything from this game. 81-46. Minute and a half left. For the Lions on the back down, Kyle Brown. His floater is good. Brown, his first bucket. 83-46. 1:20 remaining. Solomon Bozeman still up coaching. Nick Woodard on the attack. His float off the window is good. Nick Woodard with 6. 83-48. Minute left. Working on a Jake Morton show, by the way, for Sunday. Brown on the baseline. Brown on the spin. The back down. The baseline jump hook. No. Omari Hamilton with 48 seconds left. Davion Williams. 83-48. UAPB here in the final game of the regular season. Tyson on the lob. It went off his hands, out of bounds. Turnover to UAPB. 37.8 remaining. Again, the Braves will leave here Saturday. They'll be off tomorrow. They'll hit the road Saturday, and they have an early practice time at the Gateway Center Sunday morning, and they'll take advantage of it. My guess is not all teams are going to take advantage of that time. You only get 30 minutes, but Jake Morton wants to take advantage of it. As Morosini had it stripped out of bounds to Alcorn. With 21 seconds left here in the second half. Jake Morton's first season finishes 7-11. You know, if you just look at some of these home games, you know, obviously the Grambling game was tough. FAMU is tough. And this one was tough. Some big wins. Beat Jackson State. Beat Valley. Beat Bethune-Cookman. Beat Prairie View. Warren Hamilton is Woodard for 3 with 8 seconds left. No. And the rebound, UAPB Sellers. Gets it out ahead to Morosini, and that will do it. As the Lions win 83-48. And with the win, UAPB is 10-8. And with the loss, the Braves will fall into a 3-way tie for 9th place with Grambling and Alabama State.